From the Edmunds Bowl to the playoffs and the rookie having some fun in the snow. All this and more coming up on 434 in the NFL. Hello everyone, I'm Carly Ford, back with Week 15 where history was made. Two of our 434 teams have clinched spots to keep playing past the regular season. And the playoff picture changes week by week for our teams, and after the highlights, we're going to dive into that. But it's another week of 3 wins, and we're going to start off today in Kansas City. Arrowhead Stadium covered in snow for the AFC West matchup. This is the offense that we know has been good. Patrick Mahomes, who missed a month earlier in the season with a dislocated knee injury, it's his 4th game back, 4th win in a row. And now the defense, they've stepped up in this last stretch of the regular season to show how they are Super Bowl contenders. And our 434 player safety, Juan Thornhill, picks off Drew Lock in the snow at home. Thornhill cleaning up that end zone. And this is similar to what we saw back week 6, where he took it from Deshaun Watson. The Chiefs beat Denver 23-3 at home, and now we're going to go off to Will Richardson in Jacksonville. The final game in Oakland for the Raiders move to Las Vegas. Not the outcome their fans wanted, but it is for us. Gardner Minshew came alive in the 4th quarter, had 2 touchdown throws, both to Chris Conley. The Jaguars snap their losing streak, coming out on top 20-16. This was another historic game. It's John Gruden's last walk out of Oakland after a game. This is where he started his NFL head coaching career back in 1998. The Bears facing off against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, where the Packers have clinched a playoff berth. Bobby Massie is still on the inactive list. Back when I was in Chicago, I saw him leave the game in a tall boot with that ankle sprain. 1 second left on the game clock. The Bears are going to give it all they've got. Couple lateral passes back and forth, but they would fall short, losing 21-13, and just like that, they fall out of the hunt for the playoffs. This next game is the one that's had the whole NFL world talking. The first time in 92 years, we see a trio of brothers playing against each other. And like I mentioned last week, this is the first time we've ever seen these brothers play against each other at all. And while Sunday night was centered around them, throughout the broadcast, we saw pictures of the E-Boys. Michelle Tafoya's opening report was about their mom, Felicia, a.k.a. Miss Cookie Edmunds. We saw her and their dad, Terrell, at the game. I mean, this family is legendary for the 434. And the legacy all started with their dad, Terrell, the 2-time Pro Bowler who used to play for the Miami Dolphins. The tight end played alongside one of the greats, Dan Marino, and now he's passed the torch and watched all of his sons play prime time together. One of the greatest jersey swaps I've ever seen took place in the Edmunds Bowl. Buffalo had their first Sunday night game in 12 years, and Bills Mania was loud and proud at Heinz Field. Terrell tied his career best of 11 total tackles on the night, and his little but not so much smaller than brother Tremaine had 8 total tackles. Both led their defenses, giving another reason why this game is called the Edmunds Bowl. Now Tremaine and the Bills would come out on top 17-10, but the most important thing to take from this game is that history was made. And although that win meant a lot to the Bills, it meant more to Tremaine because he played with his whole family either out on the field or in the stands to support.
For words, just because, I mean, it's been a lifelong dream of ours, and you know, just being at this stage, playing on prime time against my brothers, I mean, what more could you ask for? What more could we ask for as a family? So, I mean, we're just real excited about going out there.
With that win, Buffalo has clinched a spot in the playoffs as the number 5 seed in the AFC. This is their 2nd trip to the playoffs in the 21st century, and as it stands, they'll face the number 4 seed, currently the Houston Texans, but that's not all said and done yet. The Bills' next game is a big one. They're 1 game behind the Patriots. They met back in Week 4, where New England won 16-10. And while these teams meet again this weekend in Foxborough, if the Bills win, these teams will have identical records, and they'll both be 1-1 against each other. The last week results will determine who wins the AFC East. The Patriots play the Dolphins in Miami. Remember that miracle that happened last year? And the Bills will play the Jets at home. If both teams win those games, then it goes into a tiebreaker to see who wins the division. That boils down to how they played against common opponents this season, which are the Giants, Bengals, the Eagles, Redskins, Browns, Cowboys, Ravens, and Steelers. Against those teams, the Bills went 5-3 compared to the Patriots, who went 7-1. So New England has the advantage, but if they lose both their last games and Buffalo wins theirs, the Bills could clinch the divisional title. They haven't done that since 1995, which is before Josh Allen was even born. And then the Chiefs, we know they've got their spot there at number 3. They will play the number 6 seed in the wild card round, which could potentially be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, that loss to the Bills hurt Pittsburgh's chances, but they aren't out yet. At 8-6, the Steelers sit with an identical record to the Tennessee Titans. The Titans have 2 tough games left on the season, the Saints and the Texans. The Steelers, their remaining games are against the Jets and the Ravens. Now, the NFL Network reported that Baltimore might rest the MVP frontrunner Lamar Jackson against Steelers in Week 17, so it's good news for the black and yellow. Pittsburgh needs to win at least one of their last 2 to have playoff hopes. Winning both could secure that last wild card spot, so all you 434 fans out there, cross your fingers that we'll get to see them there. Then on Saturday, the NFL is taking advantage of no college football. The Bills and Patriots will be playing at 4:30 in Foxborough. And then on Sunday, we've got 2 games at 1 o'clock, the Jaguars versus Falcons, Steelers, who need the win against the Jets, and then prime time again, 2 4-3-4 teams playing off against each other. It's the Chiefs versus the Bears in Chicago. I'd like to thank everyone here in the studio for helping to put this show together 2 weeks in a row. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. The stakes are higher for our teams than they've been all season. The playoffs are almost upon us. The results from the Pro Bowl will be in soon, and I'll make sure to give those to you. And I'll see y'all next time for Week 16.